Hello Flosstube and welcome back to my channel. I'm Laurel and this is my channel, Worldwide Stitcher. Thank you to my returning subscribers, and if you are a new subscriber, welcome. It's great to have you here. So it's been it's been over a month since my last video, and what to tell you really. I'm back in Norwich now. I was in Portsmouth visiting my parents, but we've come back up to Norwich, and this will only be a very short video as I don't have most of my stitching that I've been working on with me, which is a shame because actually there's been quite a lot of stitching. In the UK we're still in a form of lockdown, although things are starting to ease. Still haven't gone back to work, so there is still a lot of time for stitching. Alongside doing the stitching, I've also been doing various other things. For the month of June, I walked 300,000 steps for Cancer UK and raised a bit of money whilst doing that. And then if that wasn't enough, I've now set myself another challenge, walking 1 million steps from the 1st of July until the 30th of September. That was all well and good until it started to rain. We wouldn't know that it was summer here in the UK at the moment because it's raining and it's actually quite cold. So that does make walking quite miserable. Because I'm really enjoying my walking at the moment, I've also started Couch to 5K. It's an app and it's going really well, but I have hurt my ankle, so I'm having a bit of time out at the moment. I think doing the amount of walking that I'm doing and also then running on top of it is probably what's causing that, but because I'm taking the time out, it does mean there's a lot of time for me to sit and stitch, which is great. So what have I been up to? As I'm sure many of you are aware, the Long Dog Sampler released a pattern called Pandemic. It was free for a while and I was lucky enough to get it when it was free. I have started it because I need more starts. Because if you've been with me since the beginning, you know that I do have a tendency to start things and not necessarily to finish them. So yes, I got the Long Dog Sampler pattern, which I will show you for those of you that don't know what it looks like. And I have made a start on it. It is still on the Q-snap as I've become a little bit obsessed with this pattern. I should really be switching it out and working on other things. But since I started it last week, I've, like I say, become quite obsessed with it, and I'm stitching on it every day, even if it's just for an hour or so. Every day it's getting some love. I'm using everything that I've got in my stash already. So I've seen lots of people are doing it on fancy fabric with fancy floss. I'm not doing any of that because I wanted to make this one as cheap and as, you know, easy as possible. So I'm using everything that I've got in my stash. So I'm stitching it on a 25 count easy guide, 1/1, just using DMC 22, and that's my start. I am, like I say, I'm absolutely loving this. Really love the red. Red is not my favourite colour, but I think it looks really, really good in red. And I actually like seeing all the little motifs come in as you stitch them. I mean, we've got the bird there and then the little squirrel thing. And even just the patterns that are in the chart. My needle minder there is from Lisa at No More Lost Needles. It's a lovely, lovely picture of my boyfriend at work. And yes, he looks after my needle on that one. Really enjoying that. I've also been stitching this month on my mini crazy cat Chloe. I think the last time I showed her was probably in my very first Flosstube video. I haven't stitched much on her, but she's had a little bit of love, which is better than nothing. Sorry about the rustling, I've put her away because, like I say, pandemic's sort of taken over a little bit. So just to remind you, Crazy Cat Chloe, she's a Heaven and Earth design. She's by Sheena Pike. Here she is. Still love her, and I just had a real urge to work on her recently, so I thought I'll get her out. When you need to work on something, it's good to work on what you want to work on. That's her completely, what I've done, and I've been working down here. Now she is in Pattern Keeper, and stupid me, being me, when we came back up to Norwich, I forgot to bring my Kindle with me. So at first I was like, oh my god, what am I going to do? I don't think I can stitch on paper charts anymore. I'm spoiled having Pattern Keeper. So I printed it out the chart, and I had to work out where I was using the stitches that I'd already stitched on her to work out where I could stitch. And I thought, if I stitch where I've been stitching, it's only a portion of a page, it's not a full page. So if I have miscounted or if it's slightly out, it's less to rip out. But I think I've only done maybe 200 stitches on her. As I say, pandemic thing came about, so progress on her has stopped. Also, I can show you, I found while I was here another little one that I don't even know when I started this. It's from a cross stitch, the World of Cross Stitching magazine, and I can't tell you what issue, I don't think, unless it's on this little bit of paper. Let's have a look. No. But if I do find out, I'll pop it in the description box below. It's just a freebie little kit that came in with the magazine, and it will look like that when it's finished. It's just the house that's stitched there, and I haven't done much of it at all. Using all of the called for. It's just a little kit there, and this is really naughty. I've got my needle in the fabric, which is a no-no. And I think I might be holding that up the wrong way. I think it goes that way. It goes that way. So yeah, really like the colours in this one, and actually if I put my mind to it, I could actually finish this quite quickly, because I do like to do the bigger projects, but actually this one's quite small, and I could actually finish that. They're the only projects that I've got with me, but I have been working on other things. I mean, Alternative Realities had some love. Getting really far on that one now, so when I've next got all of the projects I've worked on, I'll definitely do another little video just to show you my progress. My Mirabilia Roses of Provence, as you would know if you've been following my videos, I think she's on about her third or fourth restart. Finally cracked it. Loving her. Now she's on my Lowry stand in the 11x11 Q snap. A lot of progress has been made on her, and I am in love with her. So she's coming along really well. Also, I worked on Story Keep History of Chocolate. I made a start on that one. And it was my birthday last month, and I was going to start Cats in the Toy Box for my birthday start. Well, I did start it on, I think it's 28 count easy guide, 1/1, two over one half stitch, sorry. And I got a good portion of it done. And then I thought, do you know what? No, I don't like this. So I've restarted it on the 28 count easy guide, but I'm now doing it 1/1 full cross. And I'm still not overly keen on that. I don't know if it's the 28 count, because I normally stitch on 25 count. All of my Hayes are stitched on 25 count, so I don't know if it's because it's the 28 count. But then my Mirabilia is on 32 count, so I don't really know. I don't know if not really sure on that one. So like I say, when I do my next video to show you what I've actually been stitching, when I actually have my projects with me, I may or may not show that one. I don't know. I don't know yet. So also why I've been away I've done some purchasing. Facebook Marketplace, I managed to buy nearly a complete set of DMC, and they all arrived in a massive box. Still sorting those out. We're getting there. My spreadsheet looks a lot more fuller than it did before, which is great. Nearly got the full set. And I must say that did make choosing my colour for the pandemic sampler, sorry, I've got a bad itchy face, a lot harder than it really should have been. But looking at all the pretty colours, it's made everything quite difficult. Also, I won a eBay auction, which I've been looking for this chart and the other one, kind of the sister one, for a while, and I was actually lucky enough to win the past, present, and forever cross stitch Disney Parks chart. I haven't started that yet, but I'm itching to start it. But I haven't totaled up my whips, and I don't think I want to total up my whips because I think I'll be quite shocked if I totaled them all up. Maybe that's something I should do. Also, I bought an iPad, which I am starting to use the Good Notes app for. Currently, I've got Pandemic in the Good Notes app. I like it. It's great, but I think I'm going to stick doing my heads in Pattern Keeper. But the iPad will obviously come in handy for other things as well. So I was watching, I think it was Sarah Stitching Mummy's video, and I really like that she's doing the I can't think what Facebook group it is, but she's doing like the bingo. So she's doing a different project every day for the first 25 days of July. I really like that idea. May steal that and do it next month, just so that I can, or something similar to that, just so I can work on different projects, because else I find that I'm always working on the same projects, and then some of the other ones, because I'm not feeling drawn to want to do a lot of work on them, they're just getting left. So I kind of feel like I need to do something just to mix it up a little bit so that I can work on more. So if anybody's got any ideas of a good way to sort of randomly select projects, then I'm all for good ideas and trying new things. So this is going to be a really short video because I don't have anything else to show you. I don't really have anything else to tell you really either. Like I say, I'm still not back at work. Hopefully August, but we shall see. It all depends on what happens with the easing of lockdown and things going forwards. And hopefully the weather will improve so we can make the most of being outside. But if it doesn't, then there's always stitching to fall back on. I hope everybody is enjoying their stitching, staying safe, and I will speak to you all very soon. Take care. Bye.